Hi, I'm Scott Crossman, and this is how Mark Hoverson released my parking brake with one sentence. Okay, so this video is pretty raw, pretty hardcore, pretty personal, but to get out of my comfort zone, I'm going to let it rip. So, where do I begin? Let's say a while back I was in a pretty rough place in my business. I've been going through a ton of training for quite a few years actually, and I was missing like the one part that's so key, which is application, which is applying the knowledge, which is the one thing that you get all the rewards from, is just go, apply, do. And for some reason, I don't know, I was like not doing it. And then I started playing mind games with myself. I was starting getting inside my own head, saying, what's wrong with you, Scott? Why can't you apply it? Why can't you get going? What's wrong? Is there something wrong with you? And so I started going into a little bit of a depression funk. I was just like walking around with like this dark cloud over me all the time. I'd still train, I'd still learn new stuff, but I wouldn't apply it because I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought there was, something holding me back, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I felt like I was like going nowhere because I had my parking brake on and I couldn't do anything. And it was very frustrating, and it was affecting my personal life with my family. It was definitely affecting my business. And I just couldn't get out of this funk. I couldn't figure it out. So I started looking for training on how to get out of your funk, how to work on yourself. I got courses on self-hypnosis, how to, have confidence again. I mean, my confidence was going away. It was like I was deteriorating, just having this parking brake on. And so I was searching for ways to release the brake. It didn't make sense. All my focus was shifting now to, how come I can't do what I need to do? How come I can't go where I need to go? What's wrong with me? What did I do or what did I not do? Who can help me with this? Maybe I need somebody else to help me. Maybe that's what it is, right? And I couldn't figure it out. So, Mark Hoverson, one of my mentors, bro, if you're watching this, love you to death, man. This guy right here is something special to me. I don't know what it is, but he talks straight to my soul. When he talks, I listen, and I listen deep. It's like hardcore. I don't know why, I don't know how, but when he speaks, it goes all the way inside me. I listen with my ears, I listen with my hands, my eyes, I mean everything, all my senses. I know that kind of seems weird, but it's just like this deep learning. I just get it. I connect with him. So Mark was holding this live event, and I had to do everything I possibly could to get there. I told my wife, I said, let's go, let's pack up the kids, let's do whatever it takes to get down there to Phoenix, and let's just get in front of Mark, because, if anything, I can pull him off to the side and just tell him my situation, and maybe he's got some wisdom for me. Maybe he's got something that can just like release my brakes, And I pinned everything on this one little sentence. I was like, man, if Mark could just tell me just one little thing, right? And it's kind of crazy, that I put all that responsibility on to Mark. Mark, if you knew that, then I'm sorry, but you probably didn't, so it was no big deal. But we made it. We got down there. We went to this event, and I was just like rattled. I was shaken. And what was crazy, it was an all-day event, hardcore intensive workshop, and I mean hands-on. And it was weird. Like, we had little breaks, and we'd go out, and instead of going around the room like I normally do and chat it up with people and, make connections, make business partners, JV, whatever, I just got my wife, and we took off, and we went to the corner. I went outside. I went to the bathroom. It was just, I was like isolating myself from everything. It was crazy. I couldn't get it. The night before the event, I was stoked. I just could not wait. In the morning when I got up to go to the event, I was just like playing music in the car. My wife was just smiling ear to ear. I was smiling ear to ear. And I loved it. I could not wait to get to the event. I was so excited. But when I got to the event and Mark started, you know, training, and he's all about hardcore, and he just pulls no punches. It is what it is, and he wants you to advance and excel. So he doesn't tell you what you like to hear, he tells you what you need to hear. So as soon as he started getting hardcore, it made me ask hardcore deep questions about myself. And it was weird and it was uncomfortable. And it made the situation of not doing something worse. It was kind of a reverse effect. I don't know. It's like I was going deeper into a funk the longer I was at this event. And it had nothing to do with Mark's event. It wasn't him. It was me. And I kept going, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get out of this funk? Why can't I talk to these people? Why can't? I, me. It was all about me, right? So we go and we have lunch. People are talking to me online, and I'm just like in this funk. And they're talking to me, and halfway through the conversation, they just kind of back down and pull away, and they're done talking to me. I had this negative aura around me, and it was like repelling people. I mean, they wanted to come up and talk to us. I had this one gentleman that actually wanted to come sit with us and have lunch, and like the more I talked with him in line, the less he wanted to be around me. It was very bizarre. So after we had lunch, people all gathered around and chit-chatted for a while before we went back into this workshop. And my wife and I just walked out to the parking lot. And she said, what's wrong? What's going on? And I said, I don't know. I cannot figure it out. You know, I wanted to come to this event because I figured, you know, no matter what, at this event, I know Mark will give us a plan. I know coming out of here, we'll have a game plan. I'll figure out what's going on in my head, and we'll get it figured out. But the longer I'm here, the worse it's getting, and I don't know why, and I don't know what's going on. I could not figure it out. We're walking in the parking lot in Phoenix in this heat, and I can't figure out what in the world's going on. It's like everything's collapsing in on me. I'm like, we flew down here. We packed the kids. We spent money. We're here. And I'm not getting anything out of this. Why? What's going on? I don't get it. And my wife goes, you need to figure it out. She said, you're looking for somebody else to solve your problem. And she said, the problem lies within you. And you're looking for somebody else to fix your problem. She goes, you got yourself into this situation, and you're the only person that knows how to get Scott Crossman back out of this situation. It's not going to be Mark Hoverson. It's not going to be another mentor. It's not going to be a book, a training. It's you. And we just walked around, and I like soaked it in, and I'm like, man, it's me. My wife's right. It's me. It's something with me. So we go back into Mark's workshop. I come in a nude, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fix me. Whatever it is, I have to figure it out. And I took, right then, that moment, I took responsibility for myself. I took responsibility for what was going on inside of me. And I said, you know what, whatever it is, I'm going to figure it out. And so I just opened my ears, I took out my notebook, and I just jotted down notes. Everything he said, I was soaking it up. And then here it comes. Here it comes. This one sentence that he said totally changed my entire business. Totally changed my outlook. It's crazy. He said one simple sentence, and it unlocked everything for me. And I think it's because I finally took responsibility for where I was, and I needed to fix me. He said, most people don't get started. They don't get to do what they are supposed to do. They're not taking action because they're trying to make everything perfect. They're trying to make everything just absolutely ideal. It's got to be this. It's got to be that. It's got to be... They just don't get started. And then here comes the sentence. Are you ready? Jot it down if you want. Grab a pen. I'll give you a second. He said, what you don't understand is business is done dirty, sloppy, messy in the beginning. That's how it's done. And I wrote that sentence down, and I put it in capitals. I circled it, And I was like, wait a minute. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have everything ideal. You mean I could be messy? I could be dirty? I could be sloppy, and that's okay? Because I'm just getting started? That's okay? He was like, yeah, it's okay. And I added sticky because that just, you know, I got kids, and when they do sticky stuff, I hate that. Just the sticky fingers, sticky cheeks. Boy, messy, dirty, sloppy, and sticky. That is how business is done. So if you can do that, you can make millions. So that right there, reach down, grab the handle, boom, release the parking brake on me and my business. That right there, that one sentence, it's okay to be messy. It's okay to be dirty. It's okay to be sloppy. And from Scott Crossman himself, it's okay to be sticky. Just get out there and do. Just apply. Just try. Just do something. Anything. Push your business forward. I got out of my own funk. I got to release the brake on my car in my life, the parking brake, because Mark said it's okay to be sticky. It's okay to be messy. It's okay to not be perfect, Scott. Just go. Just do. Just get out there and make it happen. Mark, if you're watching this, thank you, brother. Love you to death, man. You're awesome. You totally rock. So, there it is. Rough and raw. It's not polished. It's not perfect. But you know what? It is what it is. It's okay. It's sticky. So, with that, if you like this video, please click the like button below. If it inspired you to get out there and get messy, dirty, sticky, please tell me about it. Post a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you and chat with you. So, thank you for sticking through this one. This one was a little rough. But until next time, I'm Scott Crossman. Go out there, get sticky, get dirty, make it happen, and have a fantastic day. Thanks a lot.